All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I've got the audio issues ironed out, but we'll find out in 6 minutes, I suppose. The teams are back in the lobby.
You know what's fucked up? That's what we have to come
We are
to now.
back into gameplay.
Guys, wait!
Diving into this round. Ember now on offense after a nice quick little rehost to find that same objective. And most of Ember are going to be pushing up through that center bazaar courtyard. They've got one rotating far north. He's going to run into that north window defender there at the top very quickly if he's not careful. Rushing up very quickly.
And we have Quokka here just south of the center street. He might get caught out by Seth if he's not careful.
He's rotated onto the danger zone, but now Snooper's rotating in here, and he's got to be very mindful of this. He should be hearing this microphone artifacting. PFH does find Hailfire on that north wall as he pushes up quickly. Like that Ember is down a member. Was round 2 of map 2 after our unfortunate audio issue. Now Slider and Switch running into Snooper here on the backside. Slowed up their approach quite a bit. They're going to have to find a way to get rid of him as quickly as possible because they need to keep pushing up on this, especially now that Zero finds Quokka on that center street. See what Ember can do here. Down to a 3v5. Smoke's now starting to come out. Couple of nades. Switch has made his way in here to what I call the storage building. Defensive flash coming out there. Might have caught JH. Oh, in a very nice position on that smoke. Two very nice positions on the smoke, but shots coming out from Snooper looking to find JH on the backside are not going to land, and now he's going to be rotating back and forth here. Slider's got to be careful. It's a very good opportunity to drop down on him. Now Slider pushing this position, but Snooper's going to have his gun up first. Going to find Slider as he comes through, and it's just a 2v5. But there's a member of Ember inside. Oh, Switch almost made the inside of this building. ZeroF's going to clean him up, and a team kill's going to come out from Snooper. But Ronnie finds JH on that final cross. And after a whole lot of confusion, both for, I assume, the teams and myself, Riot's going to pick up that defensive round for themselves. Tying this series up 1-1. I feel like this is a pattern. A little pattern here. NBD. I do have to apologize for the audio issues. I swear it was a bug. It wasn't me. The solution was not simple, apparently. So I apologize for the extended delay that we ran into here. But we should be all good going forward. Please do let me know if you Know of any other issue? Meantime, we're going to be bringing you all this fantastic action as the teams get ready to dive into their next round. It looks like we're going to be playing this objective 3 times. Yeah, Ember is actually doing the same thing here. Interesting. Yeah, back to the pre-round while the teams figure all that business out. Sure about the false start. Oh, it seems like they had a player with a potentially broken controller, but they were able to resolve that in time. Indeed. Gonna dive into it again. Now it looks like there's still some issues here as they Ember just starting with 2 players for some strange reason. Oh, I think I know what is happening here. I think they're trying to get the same score set, but change the objective. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it a 1-1 and change the objective. Okay. And I think my audio's gone again. God bless it. Change the scores again here. Yeah. That is exactly what they were doing. I've adjusted the scores for the teams, and they're going to be changing their objective accordingly. So it is a 1-1 right now. You'll have to ignore the side action that's happening here. And I genuinely have no idea why my audio settings on OBS are no longer functioning. I'm trying to see if there's a workable solution in the interim. Give me one moment while the teams get ready for their round to try to see if we could maybe get this working. Hey, Xandria, you mind?
Yeah.
There you go. I think I've got
Give
your
me a little
audio
bit.
back now.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Maybe all I have to do is every 30 seconds or so change my audio device in OBS. No big deal.
That's not gonna get old.
Yeah, I'm sure that's totally standard. Let me also adjust your audio levels if you're a little loud.
Okay.
All right, I think we are back in action now. I am getting audio visibility on the OBS side.
Okay.
We'll see if that sticks around. I did have it initially as well, but we'll be diving into this next round very soon. The teams are just now readying up. All 10 of them showing ready, and we should be jumping into this next round right this very second. So I did just see that the audio seemed to cut out when the round animation played. So I'm gonna roll the dice here and see if it happens for a 3rd time, because I'm crazy like that. Animation is playing. It is round 3 of match 2.
And can you hear me?
Yeah, the audio does look like it's coming through now, so I think we're okay for the time being. Apologies to everybody for these issues. This is literally the first time this has ever happened to me, so you'll have to forgive me. At least I didn't leave the overlay up, you know? I mean, come on. Can I get a thumbs up for not leaving the overlay up a single time? I even paused the game for everybody. I made people wait for all of you. Okay, that's how much I love you folks.
Just because we're cool like that.
That is exactly the case.
Zero at oh, geez.
Fresh app here. I'm getting... Wow, today's bug day. I'm not getting any defensive members on my mini-map for some reason.
Zero Fs and Quokka are right on top of each other in the north.
Indeed they are, and the trade's gonna come out. Ronnie is gonna grab that res.
I killed him.
Revive's gonna come out, but JH needs to be peeking this corridor as quickly as he can. These are two easy kills he can pick up right now. The offense has chosen to take this very interesting pincer approach. What I think would be called the hammer and anvil. They're setting up on both sides of the objective, basically opposite corners, and pushing through on both sides, sort of pincering the defense as they go. That worked out. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off. Spider-Con going to see Snooper Fact here most likely. Yep, as he rotates through, and he does pick him up with a nice little headshot there, evening the odds out to a 4v4. H does find Ronnie on the north wall. There is one more member that's rotated up to the wall there, Zero. He's got a clear exit here. He might run into Hailfire as a result. That is the case, but he is not going to win that trade as Zero picks up Hailfire in the northwest, and now we're back to a 3v3. Both teams keeping it very even so far. Fence is very calmly set up on the objective. But I just realized I have the team names backwards. Oh. When will it end? When will the issues end? You know? Come on. There we go. Riot is on offense. Ember is on defense. H laying some fire down on Zero as he's rotated through, but he's got to watch his back here. Seth gonna have easy pickings. If he makes any more noise. Surprised Seth hasn't checked that corner already, but he should be seeing him right about now. And there it is. He's gonna pick up that kill. Take Riot into the man advantage situation here with a 3v2. The remaining two members of the defense right on the objective, so they're still got a long ways to go. They're gonna come out there a little bit unnecessary. Oh, they've got to be careful here not to team kill. The communication has to happen. Todd is checking his tablet as he comes through. And there's the team kill. Seth picks up Todd as he comes around the wall. And just like that, Riot is evened up again with Ember on this third round of Bazaar. Zero approaching the objective from the west side, which stays tucked in and quiet. He may not spot him out. Not a, I mean, it's a common spot, but it's not common enough that you'd want to free fire give away too much of your positioning. But it doesn't matter because Seth's gonna find him from upstairs, and it's just gonna be up to SliderCon now to stop the cap. Zero's rotating in. He's got tab out. He is capping right now. Callouts should be coming out from Switch. I'm not sure that he sees him.
Oh, he's rotating over. Oh.
a little bit too late, and Riot is going to grab themselves a nice little cap and go up 3-1 on this second map. A very nice little play there, and that call out just came out a little bit too late. Not quite clear enough as to where the enemy was. He did rotate through and try to get that kill, but unfortunately it's not going to pan out for Ember that time, and they're going to have to suffer through a cap themselves after doing the same thing to Riot on Downfall just minutes ago. I'm happy to report, Xandria, that our audio is coming through crystal clear on my side. I think those days are long behind us. Yeah, let's all celebrate. 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 I don't know all the lyrics to that song.
Yeah, neither do I.
All right, the teams are getting set up here. Get into this next round.
Yeah, I've always kind of felt that the Kayat objective is like the most cappable objective on this map.
Yeah, when you're down into those low numbers of defense, like 2 or less, it's tricky. There's a lot of corners you can hide in and watch from. It's not an easy defensible position. One where the Volk advantage definitely doesn't apply. The teams are almost all readied up. I think Riot unfortunately lose a member. Hey, it wouldn't be a cast if we didn't have some kind of a problem. And this one just
it would not.
happens to have every possible problem under the sun. But the action is coming at you as hot and as fast as we possibly can bring it. Luckily, there is action going on Master League 1 that I don't believe is having the slurry of technical issues that I am having, so go ahead and tune into that channel if you're interested there, or stick around here, or why not watch both? Multi-stream Twitch, or multi-Twitch, whatever the website is. Watch multiple games at a time. That way you don't even have to worry about my game audio, because you can only pick one at a time anyway. Go listen to the velvet voice of Onward and his triumphant return to the casting desk as he casts that G-Men Legionnaires game with Sleepy. But if you are choosing to stick around with me here today, me and Xandria here today, I am very happy you've chosen to do so. The series has been, despite all the tech issues, a very good one. A solid performance by Ember, taking Downfall 4-1, and now Riot with that very nice comeback cap after the break is going to bring them up to a 3-1 on Bazaar, and they're going to look to close this map out 4-1, and we'll be taking the series to a tiebreaker in the third round. I do see all players readied up. We should be jumping in shortly. What was that, Xandria, you wanted to say?
Yeah, if Riot does win this map, I wonder what Ember's going to pick for their final map.
Yeah, that is an interesting question. You know, I feel like it changes with them for flavor of the week, and they do tend to play to the opponent's weaknesses. So, I don't know. It could be... I'm going to put my bets on... I'm going to go with Suburbia. I think they're going to go for Suburbia as their third pick. But we won't have to wait too much longer to figure out where these teams are going to be taking their third map, because we're going to have to finish out this map as Riot looks to hold out this defense in round 4 versus Ember's offense, looking to make their way back after an unfortunate cap by Riot puts them down 3-1.
And I heard from Spawn, Hellfire said push, 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 so I think we're going to see an aggressive play. Try to go in for that quick cap.
That is a great play. Unfortunately, they didn't get the faster spawn.
And just as I say that, they all stall out here in this western bazaar.
Yeah, I'm watching that. I don't think I've ever seen this many people inside of the West Market at one time before. Might be a first for me. First time casting, goodness.
Delay that to 4:45. 4:45.
Yeah,
Oh, they
I'm not
are-
seeing any.
They're
ahead.
waiting on it, so I did just hear the call outs that they're waiting for 4:45. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to make, where's that last member of the offense? Where'd the fifth member of the offense go?
He's
Oh, there
over
he
near
is.
Tank.
I see him, yeah. So I think they're waiting for him to potentially make some noise. Yeah, this is a machine gunner that's rotating this way. But Super might catch him out here. Their best laid plans may go to waste. He's not able to pick up this kill. Snooper, okay, able to get out of that relatively unscathed. Rag is gonna come out. Very nice placement there, but Snooper very correctly rotated out of that position after being in danger, and now, fortunately, I don't have Ember on my minimap, so we're gonna have to follow them manually as they go through this north side. I'm interested to see what the finale of this push is going to look like, because keeping all four of your players together like this is very dangerous unless you've got some very sneaky play in mind.
Yeah, I was just wondering that myself. You know, this has been very interesting play from Ember. It's very coordinated. I like that. But stacking up's always dangerous. I don't know. This could go one of two ways.
Yeah, and I don't know which way it's going to go. I mean, at this point, it's anybody's guess. But I do like the approach here. They have to be aware of Ronnie's position, and I think this foot through the wall is going to be his downfall. See what I did there? Because they won on downfall?
Yeah.
Funny.
Gonna be his Achilles heel.
Oh! You're killing it.
Got him.
Killing these jokes. Oh, his foot just disappears as Hailfire approaches, but it is peeking through the wall there, and he is going to grab the shot onto that. And just like that, the defense is down one, but Zero is going to be watching this approach. Oh, he's got to be careful. Zero's going to rotate out. He's going to get caught out with his pants down. Switch finds Snooper on the backside. Hailfire not able to get his gun up in time, and Zero's going to find that quick refrag. So now we've got this three-man Ember push here, and Quokka sitting up top on Echo. The rotation comes in. They do manage to get the res off. The res comes out on the other side. JH rushes the corner and manages to pick up Ronnie on the backside. Zero now rotating to try to find himself a kill, but he's going to run into two members of the offense if he's not careful and quiet. But JH decides to rotate out of the position, caught out by Zero. Just like that, it's a 3-3. Which does find Zero on the backside as well. Quokka's inside the objective. TFH is able to grab him, but now it's just two members of Riot versus these two members of Ember. They are checking for pad. Slider. They have to refrag Seth for his teammate there, and the trade does come out. Now it's just a 1v1. Oh, he has got to be absolutely careful here. This is the time to rotate and change positions. Frag comes out. The smokes are through. He doesn't have his gun out. He's not ready. TFH is going to find Slider on the backside with a nice headshot. Very excited about that win, as well he should be, as they take this second map 4-1.
Yeah, I really like that play from Ember. It's just very unfortunate that he got caught with his pad in his hand.
Yeah, that is the danger of being pushed up that far and without any teammates. I mean, the smokes there, I think, were kind of unnecessary. I mean, I suppose if you wanted to go for the cap and be as obfuscated as possible, sure. But it also removes the ability for you to hear your enemy, right, approaching, which could have been a problem there. Yeah, the other thing is, of course, you don't have your gun in your hand. Very, very difficult to make that play. So, nice job by Todd there to stop that cap. Now we're going to be diving into our third map of the series. Riot tied that one up. We're going to be going to map 3, and the pick for map 3 is going to be Cargo. So not Suburbia, but another small, short, quick map. And now I wonder who is going to have the advantage here.
And looking at stats for Riot, they have they've played Cargo 4 times with a 0% win.
That could be misleading because it depends on the teams they played when they did that. But yeah, 0% is pretty rare. What is the round win percentage? So not the map win percentage, but the round win percentage.
Rounds 1, 5.
Yeah, that's not an ideal number for 4 games on Cargo, so it does seem like they struggle a little bit to find their groove. We'll see if they're able to find it here as they look to stay alive in this series. All tied up, 4-1 on both sides for first and second map. We are almost all ready. One member on the Riot side is still not in the lot, so we are just waiting on him. But again, I do want to thank everybody for tuning in here today. Despite all of the tech issues we've been having, we've been bringing a pretty sweet game to you guys. I'm glad these teams have been good sports about the problems I've been having personally with this setup, but thank you for hanging out in the chat, dropping some more of those bits. Only those bits could go to fix tech issues that we sometimes have. You know, I wish the world worked like that.
Yeah, you can't always throw money at problems.
I mean, you can, but it just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, right.
I like to throw my money at my problems all the time. Doesn't solve any of them, unfortunately.
It has been a really good series, though. It's been, back and forth, map for map. Not so much round for round.
Well, I mean, it feels like that, but at the same time, it's really been a kill for kill in every round. It always seems to have gone down to a 1v2 or a 2v1. They tend to trade one kill for the next in different areas of the map, and it's just interesting how that plays out, how different positions can counter each other when other players are missing from the team. So it has been a very interesting series to watch. I just wish we didn't have the stupid audio problems that we did, but c'est la vie. And now we are diving into this deciding round, or deciding map. Yeah, deciding map of the series. Ember on the offense initially. Offense rushing up very aggressively here. Quokka and Seth going to run into each other very quickly. Seth's going to find that kill right off the bat. Just like that. Members of Ember have to work with 4. Nice frag coming out on top of Fighter. Not going to land. Seth's going to find himself a second across this lane as now he's entrenched inside of this center building. Slider looking to make his way out here. That finds another. He's got 3 kills in this lane. Absolutely on fire right now. 2 members of Ember are remaining. They're ringing out all over the place onto Slider's position. He's going to come around the corner firing and find himself a little snooper Back's lunch. Unseen Threat gonna be watching this corridor. Expecting another push. Slider finds Zero on the backside. They're very close, but Seth is right behind Slider. Switch finds Unseen Threat in that building. Seth is likely gonna see Slider here as he's not aware of that flank, and now it's just a 1v2. Switch, the last member of the offense. Could catch TFH out. He does indeed. Now it's just a 1v1. Ember coming back from this 3v5 very quickly. He's on objective, but he's not aware of this positioning by Seth. Seth isn't checking the corner. He's got Pat out. He's camping right next to him. Unbelievable. Does not catch. Switch in that position.
Wow.
And caps right out from underneath Riot. Unbelievable play there by Ember. Wow.
Please clip that.
Somebody definitely needs to clip that. That is for sure play of the week. Truly incredible play there. Wow. Good stuff. Good stuff. This series has just been ridiculous cap after ridiculous cap. I don't even know what to say about that. That was just a very nice play. Slider getting through the middle there and picking up a couple, making that approach a little bit easier.
I mean, right there on objective, he wasn't particularly quiet.
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, when you're next to the objective and you hear the, the sounds, the hissing sound or whatever that objective makes, it can be pretty tough to grok what's happening, right? To understand what's a footstep and what's background noise. So maybe that's what happened there. But either way, a very nice cap, and I'm sure it's going to be a very nice clip as we are now getting ready to jump into our second round of cargo. Ember grabbing themselves a nice little 2-pointer there. Jumps the pre-round a little bit late. No, actually the team they are taking a moment to ready up, and we are going to be readying up with them because we're going to be jumping
Been shot through multiple times. I've gotten pissed
head
off.
first into this second round.
Hey, have a flashlight on my gun.
Definitely great play by Switch there.
I'm doing this.
Now they're looking to hold this defensive round. Aggression is very real on the offensive side. 3 members of the offense looking down this east side, trying to get themselves an early pick, but Slider's already set up in his position, as is Switch and Quokka. No reason for them to make any changes to their positioning.
Should be able to get him. He's focused on me right now.
Hellfire is hearing all these communications from Todd. Oh, he's watching for that flank. God, you can feel the tension from Riot here as they don't want to lose anybody too early. They want to try to get themselves on the board with a cap here, or at least a win on points. Or sorry, a win on kills. Words are hard. It's late. Switch with a very nice frag grenade is going to pick up Todd in a long distance nade. A great down for them. Shots are going to ring out there by Quokka looking for Seth. They are not going to land. Hellfire is now under fire himself. Rotates out of that position. You should be hearing this member of the offense pushing up on the other side. H finds Superfax on the inside. A quick rush is going to find Zero in the tunnel, and just like that, it's 5v2.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Riot at all.
Oh, and a friendly frag. Oh, you hate to see it happen, but a slider con frag is going to find A team kill there and even it up to a 4v2. Unseen Threat picks up Hailfire as he peeks through this corridor. Now it's a 3v2. The advantage is slowly dwindling.
I'm just not going to talk anymore.
The caster curse is very real, ladies and gentlemen. It's very, very real. Now the offense looking to make this push all through the east side and through the center. They've got a long way to go, though. Plenty of time to do it in. 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Definitely enough time to make a lot of magic happen. But they've got some positions to unseat, least of which is going to be here. That's bringing out from Slider towards Unseen Threat's position. Don't land, and Seth should now be aware of that positioning for his next approach.
And Seth has been very quiet. I don't think Slider's aware of his position.
And the call out comes out. Slider is making his team aware that there are players right next to him. Unseen Threat's going to grab a quick pick there as he comes around. Slider's not paying attention. Seth Bowden finds him as he comes around the green barrels. Switch is going down at the end, and Riot finds themselves that Marsoc win they were looking for.
I'm done.
Against pretty much every odd. If you name the odd, it was against it for them to pull that off. But Riot definitely not a team to take out of the running, no matter how many players they have down at the moment. As we saw there, great coordination and play by those two players. To cinch that round up. That was a 2v4 at some point. They were able to stay alive and, well, it was 2v5 technically. Or sorry, I think wasn't the third one a trade though? 3-5? No, maybe not. Maybe it was a 2v5. Either way, they cleaned that up better than anybody could have expected them to, and did a great job while doing it. And that's going to give them a swing of momentum back in their direction, as now they have this defensive round to try and even up the score here in this final map. We're not out of this nail biter just yet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and I always feel like the center objective that we're on now is probably one of the more difficult ones to defend, as there's so many different angles of approach.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a very capable objective. With the right amount of smokes and confusion, you can definitely cause a lot of havoc. But both teams are going to have to hold this one out. So each team is going to have their approach. If Ember caps here, the series is over. So Riot is definitely going to be eyeing that objective like a hawk. I can't imagine they're going to allow a cap to sneak through like they did in that first round. But hey, you know what? This is Onward. Anything can happen. It's like the Vegas of video games.
It really is.
Fantastic stuff from both of these teams. I don't think we've seen a sub yet either. I've been trying to pay attention to see if anybody subbed out for either team, but I don't believe that has been the case. We have been playing with the original 10 all series long. Man, this is quite a nail biter of a match. I'm excited for them to start. Come on, guys, let's start it up. There we go. They heard the caster voice. I want more action. Fight, 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 fight. Sorry, that's not proper casting terminology, but I had to try as we jump into this third round of the deciding map of the series. Riot looking to come back after a devastating Ember cap in the first round. And the smokes are in full force, both on the defense and the offensive side. The pre-fire is real. FH looking to find himself a pick, but gets punished for it as Switch picks him up on that left side. A frag coming out. Not going to find anybody. Switch going to find Unseen Threat on the inside as well. Res comes out from TFH, and that is going to work out beautifully for them as they pick up 2 members of the offense very quickly, but a very nice grenade by Quokka finishes off Todd and downs Snooper on the objective. Just like that, it's a 3v2.
And if Seth can find him, he'll get the res.
And another frag. The frag's coming out. Doesn't matter. That's why the res has to come out early. Snooper facts confirmed with a very nice grenade by JH there. Quokka's coming around this other corner. The trade comes out. Now it's just 1 member of Riot versus 2 members of Ember. His position is definitely known. Slider is trained in on it.
Man, if JH rotated out here, not so much now, but look at that cap.
Oh, the kill comes out from Zero. It's a 1v1, but he's not on objective. I mean, this is tricky. If he rotates back to objective, JH has got him. He knows he's got to move that way, but he looks away. Oh, he finds him on that cross. And Ember finishes it off with a knife, adding a little bit of flair to their kill. And now Ember is poised very nicely. Close this series up with a 4-1, but Riot, I am sure, is not to be counted out. We just saw them pull out a very nice offensive win 2 rounds ago, and I would not be surprised if they do something similar here. So we're still in this series, folks. We're still all tied up, waiting for this map to decide the series between Ember and Riot. What a game it has been so far.
Yeah, I know. I'm definitely going to hold off on anything that could possibly be perceived as a prediction.
Yeah,
Because I haven't been doing well.
Do not curse these
Not
gentlemen.
been well at all.
Yeah, let's let them decide for themselves which way this round is going to go.
I am anxious to find out, though.
I know, right? Don't you just want to chant fight, fight, fight constantly while you're waiting for these teams?
Maybe just a little bit. Maybe just a little.
It really, once you start, it's pretty hard to put that away. But yeah, they are giving us a real great series to watch here. Both of these teams coming out in full force today. And really, it's so far it's been, you know, the chosen map has been where that team has dominated. You know, Ember picks Downfall.
Yeah.
Does a great bout of defensive rounds and then caps on their offensive to close that one out. Riot does almost the exact same thing with the exact same timing as Ember does on Bazaar. And here we are in Cargo. Ember's map pick, and Riot is definitely struggling to stay in it, but not out entirely just yet. And I know the folks at home are excited for this because I am as well. We are now into round 4. Ember looking to lock this defense down.
Wait, how much the game does what to you?
And close this series out, but Riot looking to stay alive as they fight for this final map in the series. Very similar aggression style from both teams. Defense a little bit more relaxed this time. I don't think we're going to be seeing them pushing up too heavily into that middle set of buildings. Oh, and a very nice grenade. That's a long air burst there. Oh, and almost the confirm nade. Snooper getting a little bit lucky there, protected by the barrels from the confirm, and a quick shot by Hailfire is going to take Seth Bowden out of the running, and just like that, it's a 5v4. Ember looking very good on this series, but Snooperfact's going to even that up, finds JH on the backside. They're going to have to worry about Quokka here. Oh, he is in a devastating spot. Nades are coming out. Shots are ringing out. Zero's grenade does find Hailfire on that side, and Snooper's on the objective. Snooper's capping right now.
Oh my gosh.
They're not checking it. Switch has to rotate. No, they're not going to spot it out. The defense lets one through. He has got all the time in the world to cap this objective.
Oh!
No! He couldn't put the code in time. Slider saving that cap for his team, but They're not out of it yet. TFH finds Switch on the backside. He's going to have Pat out. It's just this one Ember.
Oh, and they're back on the objective.
They're back on the capping side of the objective. The grenade is going to find Unseen Threat, but Todd's got his tablet out, but Riot does get the cap in the end. And it is a tied-up series again, ladies and gentlemen.
Goodness.
What an absolute roller coaster of a round that was. I'm sorry for yelling that whole time. That was insane. I can't help it. They're just doing crazy stuff here. But just like that, Riot stays in the series, goes to a defensive round, and now the series is in a 3-3 tied ball game for the series decider. Ember has to attack the southeast objective by the propane tank, a very difficult one to attack. And Riot is looking to close out this defensive series now. Ember not quite being able to lock that objective down. His rotation just came a little too late. Such a shame, but a great play by Riot there. Lots of members of the offense able to make it through. I mean, realistically, they should have had that cap with that first member of the offense who couldn't quite get the code in.
That's the worst. When you're on an objective and you're fumbling the code.
Oh, we have all felt it. All the league players in here definitely know what that struggle feels like, because your hands just, all this adrenaline, you play 2 games, you're tired, back hurts, you're stressed out, maybe you got 3 kills, you're excited about that, and you're on the objective, and your hand just will not listen to you. It's a common problem, but we'll see if there's potential here for one of these teams to overcome that anxiety. Try to take this series for them, but holy cow, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into this. This has been quite a series to watch and to cast. Despite the monumental amount of issues we've had, I'm glad I decided to pick this series up and show it to the world, because these teams have been playing just tooth and nail.
Yeah, it's really been worthy of a cast for sure.
I'm very excited to see what this last round has in store for us.
Yep, you're not going to get another round after this.
I know, but I want it. I want it. And if you are just tuning in, you've missed pretty much the entire series. But we are pretty much in the most exciting part of any game, the last round of the last map in a tied series between these 2 teams.
It's all I can do to not predict this last round.
I know, and they're taking an extra long time. Oh, it looks like that Riot had a member drop.
Okay.
They've been having some issues on that front, so all teams going to have a little bit of extra time to figure out their strategies for this. Sometimes, I don't know, it's like 50-50 for me. Sometimes I feel like you need a break when it's a high-tension situation like this, calm the nerves, get rid of the bad juju or the good juju from whatever you just did and sort of recenter yourself. But at the same time, it does sort of take away from the momentum, right? Like, the NFL has taught me anything. Freezing kickers is a big deal, right? You put too much time in between their warm-up and their kick, and you'll screw up their potential field goal. And I think it has the potential to do the same thing here. But I don't know. I think I suppose it would vary on the team and the person as well. But I don't know. I'm just rambling because I want this round to start. I want to see how this series ends. Oh, it's so crazy. Riot still has 1 member not available just yet. I'm hesitant to throw to an intermission. I mean, what? God, it's like the cliffhanger of your favorite TV show, Who's gonna win the series? Find out right after these messages. But we will see here soon. Just monitoring this lobby. Well, I suppose I don't have much of a choice as we are not seeing this fifth member join just yet, so I am going to kick you to a brief intermission, so you'll find out who wins this game right after this short intermission. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back into the series decider. Here it is. Round 5. Coming right out of intermission. Hot into this gameplay as Riot looks to close this out. Ember looks to close it out as well. Both of them vying for this series. We're in a tied cargo round. Free Fire's gonna come out. They are going to make one defender across. Definitely going to help them a lot on their approach. Hellfire is living up to his name with a hail of bullets coming out that way. A nice little frag coming out there. Not going to catch Seth, though.
I wonder if Riot realizes how open this center lane approach is to the objective right now. That Quokka is moving up through as we speak.
Switch is going to find TFH in the tunnel. Seth is going to find Hailfire as he makes his approach, though, and we're back into a 4v4. God, I don't even know where to watch at this point. Switch is going to find Seth on the backside, but Unseen Threat's going to pick him up as he rotates through the spawn. Now we're in a 3v3. Slider is approaching the objective. He made it inside. He's on the backside here. If the defense doesn't make it... Oh, and I think they just had a drop. I think Riot just had that member drop. Oh, and they're not going to be aware. Oh, this is going to be devastating. Oh, Slider's got the pad out. He's got the code in. The defense is unawares, not checking tablets, and there it is. 5 to 3. Ember very excited about that win. Oh, that disconnect for Riot, though. Oh, my goodness. What a rough end to that series. Oh, God, I almost wanted to make them replay it. I almost want to make them replay it, but I don't, you know?
Yeah.
It is definitely up to the defense to keep an eye on their tablets and make sure that they're aware of the positioning or lack of positioning thereof of their defenders. But just like that, with an unfortunate event, Ember is going to grab themselves a cap. They're going to grab themselves the series after quite an exciting series indeed. And the final score there is going to be 10-8. Xandria, any thoughts on that series that we just got through?
An unusual amount of aggression out of Ember, and I think it really paid off for them.
Did. I mean, it was back to back and forth for a little bit there. Nice little trades, but in the end, Slider able to just make it past. And that unfortunate disconnect is going to give Ember the series. But man, I want a rematch between these two teams. I want a rematch with no disconnect. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us here on Onward Master League 2. I will be kicking everyone over to the Master League 1 channel once this stream ends. But I think that's going to be it from us. Noman with a 4 and Xandria, your casters for the day. Signing off. We will catch you guys next week.
Have a good night, everybody.